Hello everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Yusra. So I am your English teacher for this semester, Miss Benjelloul. Did you have English last year? Someone to answer, please. Yes, Sheima. Yes, yes. Y a pas de son. Nadia. What about now? Y a pas de son. Tell me in the chat, please. Don't use your mics. Tell me if you hear me so that we can start. We can hear you. Benay. Thank you. I said, would you tell me, please, if you had English last year and what did you have briefly? You can hear me, thanks. Noah said, if you had English last year, for the two sessions, I
We did.
think
We didn't. Hi.
we didn't.
We didn't have, yeah.
We didn't. We have it, but as project we did it.
You did just a project. Okay,
Yeah, only like that.
thank you, thank you. So let's start.
Welcome. Thank you.
I don't know. I should admit all the participants so that they don't disturb. We can hear you. Yes, but just yes, okay. This is for the question I gave. For the participants, I think that I allowed all people to join. Okay. So let's begin with chemical engineering, some definitions and special terms. Who wants to read? A volunteer to read, please. Who wants to read? No one.
I want to read.
Yes.
Engineering
Go
is
ahead.
based principally of physical, chemistry, and mathematics, and their extensions into material science, sound and fueled machines, thermodynamics, transfers and rights process and system analysis.
Yes. Thank
Engineering
you.
as a professionals, Madam,
Yes,
that's it,
carry on, carry on.
involves
Continue.
different tests. It can refer specifically to the
Mhm.
manufacture or assembly of engines, machines, tools, and machines parts. It's also used more generally to describe the creative applications of scientific
Mhm.
principles to design, development, construct, and forecast the behavior of structures. apparatus, machines, manufacturing, process, and work. The functions
Mhm.
of scientists is to know why that of engineers is to do. They must solve specific problems.
Mhm. Thank you. Just to don't write in the board, please. Don't disturb the class. Okay. So thank you, Bahmani. Someone else who wants to read? No one. Okay. So we have the definition of engineering. Engineering is based principally on physics, chemistry, and mathematics, and their extensions into material science, solid and fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, transfer and rate processes, and systems analysis. Okay. Engineering as a profession involves what is involves? Another synonym to involve.
Creative.
Two. Can you repeat, please? What is involved?
Madame, se développe.
No. This is evolves. The synonym of, but here we have involves. Can we say includes? It includes, or it is concerned with. Involves. Say elle contient. Okay. Different tasks. And what are tasks? A task is, give me a synonym in English, maybe in French, as you like, or Arabic. A task.
The field, I think.
A field.
Yeah, I think.
No,
Maybe.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Or maybe applications.
When I give you a task, this
Yeah.
means that I'm giving you une tâche à faire. Yes, Rania. Yes. Les tâches. Yes. مهمة. I give you a mission or une tâche. So engineering is as a profession involves different tasks. Donc you have different tasks, different les charges. Vous avez different tasks. It can refer specifically to the manufacture or assembly of engines, machine tools, and machine parts. This is clear. To the assembly of les engins, les machines, and the different parts of machines. It is also used generally to describe the creative application of scientific principles to design, to develop, to construct, and forecast the behavior of structures, apparatus, machines, manufacturing processes, and works. Who wants to explain this part? It is also used. Yes. What do you understand by this? Engineering is also about creation, about design. What is design? Design, تصميم. Yes, to develop.
Give
What
me
is
the
it?
best way to
Yes,
to form any machine. Give me the best way
the
to
best
design.
way. Yes. Another explanation.
To, to improve like the prog
the way. Yes. Yes. Yes, you can change the you can use some synonyms to give another definition. Yes, it is about creativity. It is about machines. It is about forecasting. What is forecast? To forecast the behavior of structures and apparatus. What does this mean? To forecast. To forecast something.
Performer.
Performer? No.
Non, c'est prévoir.
Yes. To prevent something. Prédire. Donc, comment dire en arabe? توقع. As the forecast of la météo. Forecast, we're forecasting the weather. Okay? Here, what do we forecast? We forecast the behavior. And what is the behavior? Suluk. Donc, we forecast the behavior of structures, les structures apparatus. What are apparatus? In French or in Arabic? We forecast the behavior of apparatus.
Les appareils ou les équipements, c'est ça?
Yes, machines, you have machines, manufacturing processes and works. Here, we forecast the behavior of this machine before it starts to work. Working. Yes. And we forecast also the manufacturing processes and works. Donc, we design and we forecast the manufacturing processes and different machines. Here we have the function of scientists is to know. Okay, a scientist knows what is happening around us, while the engineers, as you chemical engineers, you have to do, you have to act. You must solve specific problems. So an engineer has special task is to solve problems that scientists don't. They do just theoretical. Maybe we're not underestimating the other scientists, but an engineer has difficult tasks. He has to solve problems. Okay, he has to know and to do, to act and react if there's any problem in manufacturing, of course. Here we move to different branches of engineering. So engineering, yes, engineering require different equipment and are based on different processes. We have different processes and different equipments. Okay, for the branches of engineering, you have, who wants to read the following words? You have to participate in order to refresh your memory and to be familiar with the English terms. Who wants to read? Anyone to read the box? No one. Okay. The following words and phrases are all followed by engineering. So, vous avez les mots in the box from chemical to structural. These words are followed by engineering, and we will have chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, etc. You have electronic, highway, hydraulic, industrial, mechanical, mining, petroleum production, and production, structural, etc. Do you have any other examples for words that the compound words where the second word is engineering? You have the other specialities of process engineering. You have process engineering, mechanical engineering, and
environment engineering.
yes, environmental engineering. So the adjective here ends with al, like chemical, mechanical, physical, structural, and environmental. We add al. Thank you. Another example. We have industrial ends with ial, and you have ik, like electronic and hydraulic. So here pay attention to the end of these adjectives. Okay. Give me another specialty in your faculty. Do you know the other specialities? You do know them. Give them to me. What do we have? We have petroleum production engineering. We have to manufacture drugs and medicines. What is the branch? What is it called? It starts with PH.
Pharmaceutical engineering.
Yes, pharmaceutical engineering. Pharmaceutical with CAL. Pharmaceutical. What do we have? And what about food? And do we add?
also have environment.
Yes, he just answered it. We have environmental. We add L. Yes, you have environmental. What else?
Refinery. Engineering.
Refinery, but it doesn't have the prefix here. You don't have prefix. The same with food engineering. We have also agrochemical engineering. What do we have? Another faculty in USDHB. In the other faculties. The first one in the other side.
Biology.
Biology. So how to say engineering? What do we add? Do we add a prefix here? Do we say biology engineering or?
We add all.
So can you?
Biological engineering.
Biological engineering. Yes, etc. So pay attention to the ends of these adjectives. Okay, so we have different branches of engineering. Here we have some remarks. Notice that the following word, here it is a verb. To produce a verb, here we add some prefixes, as here you have to harden, to soften. We add the prefix "n" to indicate that it is a verb. You have anodize and galvanize. We add IZE. Okay, notice the following nouns. Here we move to nouns, which are plural form but are normally used with a singular verb. You have mathematics, mechanics, physics, and thermodynamics. What do you see here? What do you notice? For the four words here, they all end with S. They are plural, but in the note there, we said that they are normally used with singular verb. For instance, I gave an example. Here you have hydraulic. Let me focus on this. You have here in the example, you have hydraulics is a branch, and we haven't said hydraulics are a branch, even if it is a plural noun. We said hydraulics is a branch of science that deals with practical applications like the transmission of energy, of the effects of flow, there is a mistake, of liquid like water in motion. So there are some words that are plural, but in fact, using the verb takes singular form. Is it clear for this one? So pay attention when you use, for instance, mechanics. Why? This is an exception, as when you say there are some nouns that are singular, they don't have S, but they are taken as plural. When I say people, it doesn't end with S, but it refers to many people. It is plural. Here you have a word that ends with S. It seems like it is plural. It doesn't have a singular. You can't say mathematics. We always say mathematics, okay? Physics and not physics. It is like this, normally like this, taken as one word. In Arabic, we say riyadiyat. We don't have a singular for riyadiyat that we know, okay? So it's not an exception, but it is like this. Some words that they are just, they have the plural form and not the singular. But in grammar, for the verbs that we add after these nouns, they take singular. We consider them as singular. Is it clear for you?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Pharmaceutical, refining. Okay. Now let's move to your specialty, chemical engineering. Before taking a look to this course, I want you to present your field in 2 or 3 sentences. Who wants to present your specialty? What is it about? We just talked about engineering in general, the different branches of engineering, but here you have the chemical one. What is it about? We know that is a branch of engineering, okay? We know that engineering is about predicting processes to solve problems, etc., etc. But this is in general. This is the second part of the specialty, engineering. But what is it? The chemical part of it. Who wants to give some informations about this specialty? What is it concerned with? You said we have the agroalimentaire, the food chemistry. Okay, it is concerned with food. You have environmental. It refers to environment in general. You have the cleaning water and soil, etc. You have petroleum. It deals with the refining and the petroleum fuels and so on. And what is chemical? What is chemical engineering? Is it more general or more specific when you say chemical engineering?
More specific.
Specific, kind of, but does it, when I say petroleum, for instance, I give petroleum engineering, is it a branch of chemical engineering, or is it another branch away from chemical engineering? No. So chemical engineering, it involves different sub branches. Okay, it is specific. Yes. Yes, Lena, to represent. Let's see what Lena said. It represents the application of chemistry on an industrial scale. Good, Lena, Sharpie. Yes, this is the use of chemistry in the industrial level. And this petroleum and environmental and pharmaceutical branches are sub branches of chemical engineering. In fact, it is specific, yes, specific when we talk about chemistry, but it involves different sub branches. We will see them later. Okay, who wants to read the first part of chemical engineering? Who wants to read? Come on, a volunteer, please. No one. Okay.
Miss, can I?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Chemical engineering is the branch of engineering that deals with chemical projection and the manufacture of products through chemical according to the BLS processes. This includes designing equipment, system and processes for refining raw materials and for mixing, computing, and processing chemicals to make valuable products.
Thank you. So, what is chemical engineering? It is a branch of engineering that deals with chemical production, la production chimique, and the manufacture of products through, what is through? What does this mean? Through.
À travers.
À travers, par le biais, yes. Travers chemical, according to the BLS processes. What are the BLS? This is the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. So according to this BLS processes, it is dealing with the production, chemical production, production chimique, and manufacturing. This includes the synonym of involves includes designing equipment. We design equipments, les équipements, systems and processes, les systèmes et les procédés of refining raw materials and for mixing, compounding and processing chemicals to make valuable products. Who wants to explain this part? It includes designing, okay, it is clear, systems and processes to refine raw materials. What are raw materials? What is a raw material? The focus here. What is a raw material? C'est la matière première.
La matière première.
Yes, yes. So, in process, the chemical engineer refines the raw material. Okay, we refine them or we mix, we compound and make valuable products. des produits de valeur. Okay, let's carry on. Do you want to continue, please? George? Who was reading?
George E. Davis and me.
Yes.
George E. Davis, an English engineer, is credited with founding the field of chemical engineering in the late 19th century.
Yes.
He published the first truly comprehensive overview of the practice in his two-volume Handbook of Chemical Engineering. Davis Bros, 1901, revised 1904, based on a series of 12 lectures he gave at the Manchester School of Technology, now part of the University of Manchester. Interestingly, he never taught another course in his lifetime, opting to devote his career to consulting. His handbook, however, would serve as the fundamental text for chemical engineer studies for decades to come.
Thank you. So who was the first one to found the chemical engineering? He was this great man named George E. Davis. He is an English engineer, and he credited with founding the field of chemical engineering in the late 19th century. So, c'est récent. Okay? This is a new field of engineering. He published the first truly comprehensive overview of the practice in his two-volume. He had the Handbook of Chemical Engineering in 1901, revised on 1904, based on series of 20 lectures, 12 lectures, 12 séances, 12 cours, he gave at the Manchester School of Technology. Okay. Interestingly, he never taught. Taught, c'est le passé de quel verbe? He taught.
Talk.
Not think.
Talk.
Think with no. Talk. The past of talk is talked, and the past of think is taught with th. Here we have taught with au. C'est le verbe to teach.
Pensez. Ah, d'accord.
Le passé of teach. So he never taught another course in his lifetime. So il n'a pas donné un autre cours mis à part chemical engineer in his lifetime. Opting to devote, il a consacré sa carrière, devote his career to consulting. His handbook, however, would serve as a fundamental text for chemical engineering studies for decades to come. Donc, il a servi decades to come. What is a decade? Une dizaine d'années. A decade.
Une décennie.
Yes. And what about a century? Equals to 100 years. A century. Okay, so did you know about this man that he found the chemical engineering? Sincerely, don't lie to me. Did you know that this man was the first one who founded the chemical engineering?
No.
No, it's new information then. Okay, Slimy.